What's going on, guys? It's Aiden25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Fire Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. So in the last episode, we finished making our way back to Fuchsia from the east coast of Kanto, and now here we are in Saffron to go about our next order of business, which will be first going through the Fighting Dojo and then going through Silph Co to handle Team Rocket before then going to do the next two gym battles. So let's nothing's changed with the team, although for those of you that did miss the last episode, well, actually I think it might have been the last couple, don't quote me, but at least the last one, our Snorlax encounter from the east coast of Kanto was a Lombre, and I had never used Ludicolo before. I looked at the stats. It's a lot more of a special attacker than Feraligatr is, so I said, hey, I don't care about the grass typing, but it's a good water type, and I've never used Ludicolo before, so why not? So we grabbed a water stone for him, put it on, we'll use it to evolve him, and now he's on the team, and definitely an upgrade from Feraligatr. And also on the plus side of that is he actually is Drizzle for an ability, so that's actually kind of lit. I just have to remember that before I send Camerupt out, I probably should get Granbull out into the battle so that at least the sun comes up, so if, I can use my fire type attacks. But yeah, let's head on into the gym, the dojo here. I'm still trying to get everybody up to at least level 38. I think I'm gonna slap the EXP share on Granbull next. Obviously, being a normal type like he is, or she is, I should say, she's gonna get the least amount of work. For the most part, because it doesn't, normal's not good against anything necessarily, yeah, so we're chugging along here. This is probably going to be a quick minute because Swalot is fat. Yeah, okay, encore me into the stab move that I was going to keep using anyway. I mean, that's whatever you want to do, bud. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good start to their week. Today is Monday. Oh, you really got the paralysis on Body Slam. That's, wow, that really happened. That really just happened. Like, wow, that is a thing that existed. That just happened. Talk about my luck, guys. Talk about my luck, guys. I mean, speaking of my luck, though, like, straight out, like, my luck's been great the past couple days. Let me tell you guys, it's been absolutely phenomenal. And if you can't tell by the sarcastic tone of my voice, it really has not been phenomenal at all in any way, shape, or form. So let's start with the end of last week, okay? So I have a Google Pixel 6, okay? Not the Pro or nothing, just the regular run-of-the-mill 6, okay? So Thursday night, or well, Wednesday night it probably was. Wednesday night I got, I had a notification on my phone that my phone, the next version of Android was ready to be installed. Okay, cool, no big deal, My life was how it was Wednesday. I didn't end up updating it. No big deal, my phone still worked, no problem. I figured it would do it automatically at 2 a.m. because that's an option for the update. Like, you can either restart the phone now to do it or, do it at 2 a.m. But I was like, I figured it would automatically do it at 2 a.m. It didn't. So all day Thursday happened. I was doing whatever I was doing Thursday, however my life was set up, and didn't get around to updating it. Well, in amongst the nighttime of this happening on Thursday night into Friday, my phone decided that this just wasn't gonna work. So the SIM card said that, oh, I forgot they're back to back. Whoopsies. Oh well. My phone, like, my SIM card somehow stopped working, and so when I woke up Friday morning, I still had my Wi-Fi, so like I didn't notice it at first. Like, I was still able to get onto Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Log into my games and stuff on my phone, go look on YouTube, whatever. Everything that I normally do in the morning. But I had no text messages on my phone, which that's not new. I don't have friends. But like, I still had, Snapchat was working, Facebook Messenger was working, all the stuff that you need Wi-Fi only for was working just fine. So I didn't take any notice. and I didn't check and clock that my SIM card wasn't air quotes activated or working on there because I didn't see the notification when I first unlocked my phone because I was still half asleep. So I was like, okay, well, let me update my phone real quick because I guess let me do that. So I was like, well, whatever. So I updated my phone. Okay, cool. Thought everything would be fixed. Great. And then I got barraged with text messages and like literally barraged with text messages and all that sort of fun stuff. So it's like, okay, like that's different, I guess, And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then so everything was fine for the rest of Friday. Everything was fine Saturday. So I'm driving home from work yesterday, being Sunday. It's probably like 11:30 at night, whatever. I will bounce back to Saturday in a minute though, guys, because only the phone was good on Saturday, okay? Anyway though, so, everything was fine, working good, and blah, blah, blah. So then, I'm not going to waste the push. I'm going to go back to the Pokemon Center. I'm driving home from work Sunday. It's like about 11:30. I'm like 90% of the way home, which is pissed me off even more. And, I got my YouTube music playing on my Bluetooth in my car, like I always do whenever I'm driving or whatever, and song ends and it loads up the next song. Like I see it pop up on my display in my car what the next song is gonna be. Not starting. I didn't think anything of it because sometimes my Bluetooth just glitches like that when I'm in my car. So I'm like, okay, whatever, no big deal. Let me just check my make sure my Bluetooth's connected to the car, not my AirPods or something else. Well, sure enough, it said the whole no SIM card detected, emergency calls only thing again. And I'm like, excuse me, bro? Like, what? Like, why is this a thing that exists? Like, that's definitely not how this is supposed to go. Like, I updated you. You should be working fine now in my head. That's what I thought. And so I still, to this moment in time on Monday, don't have a phone. Oh my god. Theoretically, obviously I have Snapchat, Messenger, all that jazz, so I can still, somewhat communicate with people, but I can't, text or make phone call, or call people. Oh. Thank you, camera. I was about to say, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, oh, don't do this. And then, so that's definitely a thing. And so I went to the Verizon store by my house, and earlier today, and I was like, hey, so this is going on with my phone, and I don't know why, and they're like, oh, that's weird. So they ended up swapping out my SIM card at the place, and he was like, well, it'll probably take 20 minutes to, connect back to the network or whatever. And, don't do this. Oh, good job, man. I got a crit. And, so I was like, okay, that's no big deal. That, it'll take 20, that'll basically be my drive home. No big deal. I don't really care. Ooh, hello, Kyogre. And, I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll figure, by the time I get home, it'll be good. So I come home and I get ready to, I get ready to go to work to go do my truck order, and then, me and my buddy were going to the gym and everything like we do on Mondays. And, my phone's still not back up, and I'm like, okay, so I did the thing that the guy told me to do in case that did happen, and, that was to, fully reset all my network settings and all that jazz, so I did that. and he said the same thing. It should take about maybe 20 minutes to fix that. Didn't work. So I was like, okay, whatever, bro. Like, I ain't got time for this. Like, I gotta go get this truck order done and then go to the gym, and maybe I'll go back to the Verizon store after, whatever. So go do that. Go, you know, reset it one more time. A little bit after that, still didn't work. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I was talking to my buddy, and I was just like, hey, I was like, can you, like, I'm like tripping and I'm like irritated because of how my weekend's gone and everything. Can you call them to see when they close or whatever while I'm in the shower after I got home from the gym and everything. So turns out with what my issue was, I actually had to go up to a different location because it's like a corporate type of store, not, you know, just like a side, you know, like a little hut or whatever you want to call. I don't know what you call the smaller ones, but you know what I mean, guys. Anyway, so we went up there and got it all taken care of. I mean, my phone's still not working. I still need the Wi-Fi to make my phone work, but I'm having a new phone sent to me for tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be back up and running on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Like I said, this is Monday's episode. Breaking the fourth wall like crazy in this episode, I guess. So hopefully I'll have a phone. I'll be fully back up and running completely tomorrow, which that's nice. And it's another nice part was it's no charge to me at all. I just have to send the phone that I currently have back to them, which obviously, you know, that's no problem for me at all. All right, let's see really quick what these two options are. Ooh, Heracross might be kind of cool, or Seadra. I feel like the odds of me getting a Dragon Scale are pretty slim, but I've never used either of these mons. I'm trying to think which one I would want more. Like, cause I mean, I got, you know, like if this was just like, you know, if only like for whatever reason only static encounters were randomized, I'd pick Seadra every day of the week because, for one, I'm pretty sure the only bug stab that Heracross gets is Pin Missile, which is tragic and terrible. And fighting types in Kanto in a non-randomized game are absolutely useless. Like, you know, obviously slap fighting coverage on something. Like, you know, I run, every time I play this game, I run Brick Break on my Nidoking and my Snorlax. Every single time. Because obviously they help against Team Rocket, and, you know, if for whatever reason you want to fight, you know, rock types with them or whatever, you know, or ice types, it gives you that coverage also. But with it being randomized, you know, it could be pretty cool. But I have Breloom also. I might go with Heracross, because I have Gator lined up, and I don't know when I'll get a Dragon Scale, so yeah, let's go with Heracross. It'll be power on the PC, so that's pretty cool, anyway, at least. Alright, well, let's go get healed up, and then we'll go tackle Silph Co, or at least, you know, start to. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, well, it's out. I'm still trying to figure out how the speed up works, guys. This is terrible. Alright, Silph Co. Let's go. Ha! I kind of did a rhyme, did I? I don't know. That's probably bad, guys. Just ignore me. This should give us the XP that we need, though, to get everybody up to 39, I think. I hope Ludicolo hasn't leveled up yet, because I haven't been paying attention. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter. Just, it'll save me on some grinding for it, like, later on down the road. But, and this also shouldn't be that much of a challenge for our team, because they'll be in like the mid to late 20s, I think, for like 90% of their mons. So, but obviously, at least since it's randomized, it should still give us somewhat decent XP. Magneton's getting a lot of work right now. We're running into a lot of water types, flying types. But circling back to Saturday though, guys, like, oh my lord, I've had such a great stretch of a couple days. So Saturday night, Friday night at work, me and my buddy were talking about going out to have a drink after work. Oh, Ludicolo did level up. Perfect. Okay. I'll swap the XP share for this battle. So after work Saturday, obviously, because he was working a double on Friday, because he was working for one of another one of our buddies. So he ended up, and he worked the midnight himself anyway already, so he was working the 2 to 10 also. So he said, Saturday, do you want to go out and have a drink after work? I said, yeah, sure, why not? We had a lot of like life stuff to talk about anyway. He's got a lot going on right now. And so we went out. We did, we were gonna do that. So he was like, do you mind driving, or do you want to drive or whatever? I said, yeah, it's no big deal. Like, I knew I'd be drinking the least out of both of us anyway, because I don't drink like that. So I was like, I can drive this time, whatever. So for some reason, when we were going to where we were going, his GPS told us to get off of one freeway to get onto another freeway. And then we took that second freeway down literally till the next possible exit, got off, got back onto that same freeway going the other way, just to get back on to the freeway, the first freeway that we left, in the exact same direction that we were going. So I was like, that was stupid. But in amongst all that happening, when I was getting off of the first freeway to get onto the second freeway, mind you, it's 11:30 at night, so it's pitch black. I didn't see that there was a pothole there, and it was huge. And I hit it very hard. I forgot to take the picture off. Probably, 50, 60 miles an hour. And I have a sports car. I have a Scion FRS, for those of you that are car people. I have low profile tires on that because of the fact that it's a sports car. I don't do potholes. So almost immediately my pressure light came on, and I'm like, yeah, I probably. So when I got onto the second freeway, I was like, yeah, we should probably stop and check. And he was like, yeah, probably a good idea. So we get out, we look, we heard a hissing sound coming from the tire, and I was like, I probably need to change this real quick. And he was like, well, my car did this before once also, and I hit a pothole, so I think it's probably just readjusting the pressure. So I said, okay, whatever, no big deal, because all 4 tires felt firm still, like super firm. So we kept on going, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we get a little bit down the first freeway again after we got back to it, and my pressure light's still on, and I started to kind of feel a vibration from the back, because it was, of course, my right rear tire that went out. I was like, yeah, dude, I don't know about this. Like, I'm starting to feel a vibration back here. I don't, I'm not really feeling this right now. I probably need to we probably need to swap this before it blows. And so, yeah, probably a good idea. And I literally got to, like, by the time I came to a stop, I was on, like, the last literal inch of the shoulder of the freeway that I possibly could get. It was super, I was tripping, for real. Not only tripping because my anxiety was super high because my tire blew, and, I don't have the time or the money for that right now, but also just because the fact that, like, holy crap, what could have just happened, and, like, I got literally, like I said, the last inch of shoulder possible. So that was awesome. So then we're out, we're getting the tire changed or whatever. To make my life even better, right as we're about to get the donut on the back, like, onto the car to start, putting the lug nuts back on, I feel a couple drops on my face. And I'm like, oh no. I was like, don't do this now. I was like, please don't do this now. Gets a little bit, he's like, what? And I was like, I think I felt some raindrops. He's like, oh, well, we're almost be done here. Like, hope, we should be all right. Then about, like, maybe a minute or two later, I felt a couple more drops. And he did too. He was like, oh, I felt some that time. And literally by the time we could get the car done, no, we weren't even done. I think we maybe got 1 or 2 lug nuts on tops. Downpour, like, straight up more than that drizzle animation. Like, tsunami starts, guys. Like, for real. Like, I'm drenched. Like, I'm wearing a super thin shirt. Like, I don't know, for you guys that are baseball fans, I don't know if you buy merch a lot, but there's, back at the beginning of the season, they had, I'm pretty sure you can get it for every team. On your home team's Fanatics page, they had these 3/4 length sleeves shirts. And, I got one for both of my teams, one for the Dodgers, one for the Red Sox. I was wearing my Dodgers one, because that's just, what I felt like wearing that day, when we went out. And, like, it's not thick material at all, guys. Like, my back was even, like, legitimately soaked. Like, I felt like I wasn't even wearing a shirt at all. That's how much this downpour was. It was so bad. I was so irritated, and I was literally, like, I was just over life. And then, so we're back driving again, and it's still a tsunami. Like, I'm trying to drive through a tsunami, basically. And it still didn't even stop raining when we got to the bar, which was messed up, too. I literally, like, 3 whole hours later, by the time I got home, because I got home about 3 a.m., this happened at midnight, I still was wet, guys. Like, seriously, it was so bad. I don't recommend anybody. Like, I don't recommend that to anybody. It was awful. But, yeah. And, you know, low-profile tires are expensive, guys, for those of you that aren't car people or, you know, don't know about tires like that, or just haven't had the misfortune of having to, which I hope that you never do. Oh, this is bad. Oh! Oh, and you have arena traps, so I can't even switch. That's so messed up. Where do they do this at? Don't take out my magneton. I like my magneton. I was happy as crap when I got this magneton. But yeah, but thankfully my buddy that I bowl with, his parents sponsor this. Oh god, I gotta sack magneton off. Or hope that he throws. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm losing HP. You know what, hold on. Oh, he threw. Oh, he threw. Oh, thank god. Whew! He actually, my buddy's parents sponsored this tire place that's, at their bowling alley. So, I went with my buddy up there to the place today to see if they even had the tire, which unfortunately they don't, but it is going to come in tomorrow. So I'm going to have my car fixed and my new phone hopefully working tomorrow. So Tuesday should be a good day for me, hopefully. And he said he'd only actually charge me $100 for the tire, which normally I'd be paying $145. So that's obviously really nice, but still $100 sucks. But yeah. So I've had a rough couple days, guys, and on top of just work, you know, being my job. But yeah. But I'm gonna quit talking your guys' ears off now. This episode ran a little bit over because I wanted to finish up how lovely my life has been going lately and everything. But I'm gonna end things off here, guys. In the next episode, we're gonna continue going through Silph Co and try and stop Team Rocket from doing their nefarious deeds. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that, and click that subscribe button if you are new. And with that, I will see you guys on the next episode. See you later, guys.